Can you explain the new changes that have come from this announcement?
Basically, before this announcement, Hong Kong companies could not hire Vietnamese nationals, whether they're working in Europe, in the United States, or in advanced economies. Now it's possible for them to have Vietnamese staffs. For business, for tourism, this would make it much easier for business people to travel to Hong Kong with that 24-month multi-entry visa, because you're a businessman and you should be travel frequently when you have clients asking for a meeting, for example. So it's a huge change.
And what was it like before?
Let's say you're a Hong Kong business and you want to hire a person for certain portfolio, for example, and you find that the Vietnamese national is relevant, but basically you can't. The immigration will just reject because of the restriction.
And what was the challenge like for those who tried to get visas in the past?
They provided all sorts of documents, they answered many rounds, and their employers has to actually fight, engage in a fight and a struggle with the immigration, and only few could survive to work in Hong Kong.
So how long has Vietnam been trying to get these changes?
It has always been there. When I came to Hong Kong, I heard complaints from Hong Kong companies, because when you came, you have to meet with different people, officials, etc., to identify issues that should be promoted or should be addressed to promote bilateral cooperation, and that's one of the issues that stood out. Vietnamese people found it very hard to come to Hong Kong, and it's almost impossible to be granted a working visa. So I met with different government bureaus, with officials, with legislative members, with federations, with associations and companies. And we also work with Vietnamese government agencies to address Hong Kong's concerns and trying to find satisfactory solutions.
And could you explain what those concerns were?
The immigration was always concerned about, which is the concern of every immigration, overstaying or illegal immigration, that sort of thing.
So what does Hong Kong stand to gain from opening itself up to Vietnamese talent?
One of the biggest assets of Vietnam is its huge human resources, well-trained, well-educated, well-disciplined. So Hong Kong used to be and is a financial center, but it's also diversifying the economy, trying to become, for example, a technology INT center. And that requires human resources, requires talent. And perhaps IT would be the area that Vietnam could supply the human resources to Hong Kong companies. Middle managers are the professionals across the board, I believe.
And just very quickly, could you explain how does this announcement change Hong Kong and Vietnam's relations, be it official or people to people?
The restriction has always been a sticking point in the relationship. In official meetings, whenever the high-ranking officials meet, that issue was always or has always been raised, and now is over. And Vietnamese people would find it easier to apply a visa to Hong Kong for work, for tourism, for business, for whatever purposes. So the flow which should be natural between Hong Kong and Vietnam is now made possible. So we may say that we start a new period which open up huge opportunities.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pham, for all your time. It was a real pleasure speaking with you today.
Thank you. It's my pleasure too.